Okay, we're gonna do this. We get double triggers. And now my creatures get haste. What's going on, YouTube? Achilles here, and today I found this Temur Midrange deck and I thought it looked really interesting, so here we are covering it. And this list seems to take advantage of Agatha's Soul Cauldron to its fullest potential, because if you could get something like a Loot the Pathfinder in your graveyard, you could exile it under Agatha's Soul Cauldron, and then your creatures, whatever you put the 1/1 counter on, will have that ability. So you could really just take advantage of that. There's also a bunch of good targets as well, such as the Fauna Shaman, which could also help you manipulate what you're going to get in the graveyard as well. So you could really just take advantage of your graveyard as the game progresses, and the game plan as a whole, just curving out, being able to make a board full of good creatures is great on its own as well. So the Agatha's Soul Cauldron is just like an extra strategy in your back pocket kind of thing, but it definitely helps with the deck. And anyway, let's get right into this list. We got 1 Haywire Mite, 4 Llanowar Elves, 1 Molt Tender, 4 Seed of Hope, 1 Rona Herald of Invasion, 4 Draconautics Engineer, 4 Fear Missing Out, 4 Dredger's Insight, 1 Fauna Shaman, 3 Agatha's Soul Cauldron, 2 Kiora the Rising Tide, 4 Afterburner Expert, 1 Tranquil Frillback, 3 Loot the Pathfinder, and for the lands we got 2 Islands, 1 Mountain, 3 Forests, 1 Riverpyre Verge, 1 Shivan Reef, 1 Spirebluff Canal, 1 Thundering Falls, 2 Commercial District, 3 Copperline Gorge, 1 Thornspire Verge, 3 Botanical Sanctum, 2 Willowrush Verge, 1 Yavimaya Coast, and 1 Fabled Passage. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and if you want to become a member, you can get early access to videos as well as member shoutouts. Let's get right into these games. Opponent goes first. I'm going to keep this. Easy card to put in the graveyard. Looks like they're playing an aggressive deck. So I too have to match that with this creature. It's an Obliterating Bolt. Alright, hopefully we can get a land right now. And we don't. But we could still technically get a land right now. There we go. Alright, so we slowed him down for now. Gonna use Loot's effect on this now. So we could do a lot of things. What is the move, you may ask? I think we just need to get a bigger board than them. So let's... But then we would have 4 mana in total. So maybe that's not right. But maybe we could just do 3 damage to any target instead. Is that right also? There's so many things. And you can do this at instant speed though, which is pretty cool. So I could technically just play another creature though. Nah. We're gonna pass. Now we put them in a situation where they gotta play a little slow. We'll also do it on this one, because why not? Stop their graveyard hate. And now we're just chilling. Their whole turn to do that. I feel like this is just going to really mess him up if I do this, so I think this is the move. We're going to just exile their graveyard and they lose Delirium. I think that's pretty big. And now we are also going to get Llanowar Elves effect on our creatures as well. And we have the Keen Ag Curator too, which is also pretty relevant. So I already used that exhaust ability. How about we produce a bunch of mana? So now we got 5. Which we could have done with the other guy, but we still have the Seed of Hope, which is relevant. I'm just going to sit on Seed of Hope right now. Gain a little life. We're just going to make the board ridiculously more powerful. That's just what we got to do. And then we'll just Agatha Soul Cauldron everything, so they don't have a graveyard for their Delirium. I should have went for the land. I don't even know why I got that, but it's okay. We're going to do 3 damage to this. And we're going to do 3 damage to that. Also, let's go for a swing. Put a little pressure on now. Interesting. So they trade with that. We're now going to go for our engineer, which if they attack with the fly trap, we could just block with because we're going to put a 1/1 counter on it. This definitely hurts them since they're a Delirium deck. It's fine, they waste all their mana and the one card in their hand just to do that. Nice. Alright, we get to go first. I'm gonna keep this. Gonna just play Copperline with Seed of Hope. I mean, you could always argue I should go Commercial District instead. But I feel like this will just do more, especially since we get to look through 2 cards instead of 1 with Commercial District. And you don't know what those 2 cards could be. Those are good cards. This little Cauldron looks really good right now. What is the move, you may ask? This is actually a really hard choice. I think we actually just go for the Fauna Shaman. Because we could set up a crazy play where we could get Afterburner Expert in the graveyard played for free. So I'm just trying to think what's the best strategy in the long run. You could go Dredger's Insight instead, then possibly mill one, but you still have to actually mill it. So we get rid of this. What does one get in this situation? I think we get loot because then we could discard the loot next turn and then we could just go do some insane plays. We could discard loot now with Fear of Missing Out, which might even be better. Really pumping that up, huh? Interesting. I'll take that. Okay, so we're gonna do it like this. Play this. Discard loot. Draw Kiora. Which is not the most useful right now. So depending on what they do, I might either Fauna Shaman or Haywire Mite the Storm Chaser's Talent away. So we're just going to display reactive. And they're targeting their card. So I am going to have to do this so we could just stop their reoccurring threat. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to take the 6. Not much of a choice on that. Here's a green, which is good. Okay, we're going to try to do some big plays, guys. I am going to exile loot. We target our guy. So now we get a second combat phase, which is going to be nice. We're going to untap this, go for a swing. So we're going to take it. So now, our second main, what could we do? Or we could get the blue, and that would be useful too, but maybe we get 2 creatures out instead. Yeah, let's do that. Let's bring that back for free. So we bring out the Engineer, and we'll go for the Shaman as well. So now we're just building up a board slowly but surely, plus we could, like, that's fine. Okay. So, now we're going to try to do some crazy plays. How do you do that, you may ask? Well, it is very simple. Let's go to combat first. We're gonna give this a second swing again. I'm gonna do it like that. Second main. We already did that one, so we are going to add some colors. We are missing blue, so let's do that to make our life a little easier. Oh, it's trying to make us do a second combat phase. It's so funny. I didn't even realize that's what it was trying to do. Yeah, because it was trying to go for another attack. That's so funny. I didn't even realize that. Whoops. I thought it was in the second main already. But that's okay, because what's really good about this is now we have a flyer, plus at the end of their turn we get to exhaust and do 3 damage to something. So we're just slowly breaking apart their board turn by turn, and they just don't have that much advantage. Okay, so what are they going to hit with that? Scavenger, that's fine. We don't care about that right now. All this depends on what's the card in their hand. They're thinking, I think. But I think we are at the point that we are okay. Like, even if they had, like, Storm Chase's Talent or another This Town Ain't Big Enough, I think we're okay, because at the end of the day, we have Haywire Mite under the Agatha Soul Cauldron, so I could just reoccur the effect of Haywire Mite and get rid of their creatures. Well, not creatures, their enchantments. They could always bounce back Agatha Soul Cauldron, but I don't think they are. They have way too many things on the field they have to deal with. I think this is where they just left their keyboard. Just punching the air right now. One day, this game will be over. But it's not right now. We gotta wait for all their little bars to expire. Like that. And now, it's our turn finally. Maybe they think, hey, let's forget his plan if I stall or something. I don't even know my plan half the time. So now we don't have any more creatures to put, oh, actually we could just do this to get more creatures, just to trigger the Agatha Soul Cauldron again to, that's good actually. Sure, we'll get the loot to hands. So let's go for a big swing real quick. I'm curious to see how they're going to block this. If they even block it, maybe they're not even playing anymore. But this is 14 damage, so if they're not there, they're going to take all this. And if they're there, we'll use Agatha's Soul Cauldron in combination with I can never say it right. The okay. Draconautics Engineer. That's what it is. I'm like trying to pronounce this card like 5 times and just like Draconautics, Astronautics. But I could easily put the counter on it, and I could then at instant speed use Loot's ability to do 3 damage to something if need be. So there's that. Okay, we get to go first, and this hand's not bad actually. We just don't have a turn 1 play, which should just mostly just be our Molt Tender, Llanowar Elves, all that stuff. But this is fine. We play this, we can manipulate what we're going to draw next turn, which we already have a good turn 2 play, and then we're going to go turn 3 Kiora, it looks like, so we could discard loot and then go from there with Agatha's Soul Cauldron. But we have ran into one slight problem. Agatha's Soul Cauldron won't come in, well, we have the Fabled Passage. We're missing the 4th land. So, what that means is we won't be able to use curve Agatha into Kiora because the land comes in tap because of Fabled. So we're going to do it this way. Oh, that's annoying. I am going to do this now. I mean, maybe they... What would they really get rid of? I'm going to bring this to hand. I really think they're going to take either Kiora or Agatha. Those are both the best targets. Probably Kiora if they're really smart about it. Because I could get both Loot and Afterburner Expert in the graveyard, which will be insane. That is the 2nd best card, and I'm okay with that. Because if we could activate 1 Exhaust ability, that's 2 free Afterburner Experts that we bring back. And that will be very easily achieved with the Draconautics Engineer, which I pronounced correctly this time. Okay, so they're gonna pump that up, and that's okay. Alright guys, so we ran into one small problem. We only have one red, so we can't even use the exhaust ability. I am very curious to see if they're going to trade. I doubt they would. Alright, so we're just going to have to just go a little bit wide, and then we're going to have a huge turn next turn because we're going to be able to bring back both of our Afterburner Experts. And I'll probably be able to use an exhaust ability on it as well. So they swing for 4, they gain a life, and they have 2 blockers. But this is going to be a lot of pressure we throw on our opponent right now. Oh, we have the Agatha Soul Cauldron again. It's so good. Alright, actually, I think we're okay. So, how does one do this? Okay, we're going to do this. We get double triggers. And now my creatures get haste. Not only that, we're now going to use the Soul Cauldron. But if we do that, yeah, it's not going to matter yet. Do that, we tap it. Okay. I'm going to go for a big swing. Because depending on how they block this, I'll use the Agatha Soul Cauldron to make a creature stronger. Well, let's see. So even if I put the 1/1 counter, it's going to trade regardless. So let's do it like this. Go down to 6. Going to pump that up, making it stronger. That's fine. So now we exile loot. Target our Llanowar Elves. So we're going to make some red mana. We get to play our other engineer. And that's it. We just set up for another creature that could swing with everyone else. Plus, I could also... oh, that's a move. Let's see what they target. Really? Okay. I don't know if that's right, though, because I could still with my... oh, but then I lose the card, and then they won't have it. I see. Because without Agatha Soul Cauldron, I won't get the effects. That's fair. But we still get it. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Tell me what you think of the deck in the comments section down below. Please like the video and subscribe if you have not already. And if you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day. I hope everyone has a great day. Take care.